Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and yeah, you guys are going to have something new to play around with. Yep, the Old World mod has been updated, but not on the main mod. It's actually a secret sub-mod, just so you can play around with and test it out. Please keep in mind that everything that you're about to see is not final, so yeah, like, don't complain to Robie if something doesn't work. It's just a beta, or a beta of the beta. But as you may know, there has been some talk about a proper big update, which is going to add in a lot of new locations. That being the Realms of Chaos themselves, some parts of the Northern Chaos Waste. Well, actually, it's not really that northern, but you know what I mean. And it's pretty interesting, actually. Now, there is one thing that I have noticed. Even when you take off the Fog of War, you won't be able to see into the Realms of Chaos if you aren't playing a faction that's in that specific area, which is actually kind of interesting. I'm imagining that's some sort of bug. As when I play as a demon faction, I can see into the specific area that I'm starting in. For example, Epidemia starts in the realm of Nurgle, but yeah, you can't really see anything else post that. But let's talk about it because there's some really, really cool stuff that you can actually see. And yeah, again, it's a whole game mode in its own right. So the Chaos Realms are here and you can walk into them and out of them, but only through specific entry points, which I think works kind of well. At the end of the day, it's to add in a little bit more variety. And to be honest, I kind of like it. Each of the zones there are mostly going to be single settlement prophecies, and as the time of recording this video, it's just Epidemius that starts in here. All the other demon lords start in different locations. I do pan to the realm of Sonesh, and I can't see inside of it. I'm imagining that walking right through that is going to fix that issue, though. But yeah, being able to build up here, and obviously keep in mind that there's going to be mods that are going to work here too, so you'll get modded factions. I imagine that you'll be able to build up quite a strong empire within the territories of the Chaos Realms. But it's very certain that the Realms of Chaos are looking really, really good. There's a lot of texture and just a lot of doodads all over the place to make it feel like the actual Realms of Chaos. I'm super excited about this because this isn't even the best looking one, I must admit. It's actually quite cool. As you start going through the video, there's going to be a lot of showcase here. I've only been able to play a little bit here, which sucks. It's just because I'm leaving. By the time this video goes live, I should be leaving tomorrow. So as you can imagine, me, my infinite wisdom, leaving everything to the last minute in terms of packing and so on. Yay! Fun times! The Realms of Sonesh focuses around the circles also, so you'll be able to move up through specific areas once again. You do have some extra settlements, so it's not just going to be the circles. And to be honest, it's quite a good amount of zones. I think that, again, you shouldn't really have too much of a problem if you're playing as some sort of modded faction. I haven't been able to test the modded factions, and I imagine that they're not going to be working in this beta specifically. So you're going to have to wait until that probably goes onto its live setting, but that's better because that means that you're going to have everything ironed out. There's not too many issues that I've seen. There's a little bit of like jagged edges and so on, but it's pretty much, I guess, engine limitations. The stuff that he's doing is incredibly stylized. I was never expecting something like this. More or less, I was expecting the realms to be introduced in such a way to be official, like, you know, like a dungeon system. This is kind of cool. It's basically you attacking directly from the actual realms themselves, which would be a very fun roleplay campaign, to be honest. And obviously, if you don't want to wait for the modded factions, you could always use one of those mods, you know, the ones that actually allow you to move your demon character and so on. Which is going to be kind of worth it if you want, like, one of these really stylized campaigns, especially when you start looking at stuff like Khorne's Realm is probably the best looking one. Like, I'm serious. It looks incredible. I love the styling. It gives you massive Doom vibes, and God, some like, just old school. I can't place it, but there's one specific old school game, and this just reminds me of those platforms and stuff. It is really, really cool. Again, one settlement per region type of thing, so you're going to be able to build up quite the hefty empire, which with Khorne, I mean, is going to be needed, right? You don't have the best economy, so before you launch that invasion, you got to build up your time. I did have a few runs there as Epidemius, which was quite cool. Again, he's not the strongest faction. He does take a lot of damage early on because he's not the best fighter, so having that time to build up before moving out is quite cool. Really, this is going to be the game mode that everyone has been waiting for, right? Like, we've been playing it, we've been seeing everything, but this is supposed to be, I believe, the final update, like when it's finally out, which yeah, I mean, it's impressive. It's absolutely impressive. Who would have thought we would have been here for this, right? The map mods, the game tools being so impressive and revolutionary, especially for Warhammer 3. I think a lot of us would have quit were it not for the Old World mod, and obviously the work of other modders too with their amazing factions and so on during the shit show of Shadows of Change. I did breathe a very big sigh of relief when I saw Tzeentch's Realm and it wasn't, you know, random teleporters and stuff, because that would have probably driven me off the deep end. In the Realm of Chaos campaign during the early access period before base game launched, I lost my temper a few times with that random teleporter stuff. It's not a good system. So yeah, I mean, it looks really, really cool. You've got the Inevitable City. This is the big thing, by the way. You will actually be playing in lore-friendly locations from the Realms of Chaos themselves, which is super, super impressive. It's just great. Honestly, I don't think I can say much more about that than I've been totally fanboying over this map ever since I've been able to play it, and obviously this new version is just adding to that too. There's so much that's going to be playable. There's also obviously a bit more of the Northern Wastes a bit. It's not really that much, but you've got Zanbaijin there. A lot of it is still kind of like barren and so on. Keep in mind that this is still very, very early on, but it looks incredible. Zanbaijin specifically is probably, like, I was looking at it going just, wow, oh my god, that looks incredible. Just the styling of a plateau with the 3 different settlements there. Everything just looks great. It feels like a proper gigantic Warhammer map, and I can't wait to see this fully fleshed out, especially just like everything working as intended. Remember, if you decide to try this out, there will be a few bugs every now and then, so be advised. Obviously, this is a beta. Don't be that guy in the comments of the mods saying this doesn't work and so on. Obviously, by all means, give some constructive criticism when it comes to certain things. But yeah, this is something that you're going to want to play out this weekend, whilst we're still waiting for any news regarding maybe something from Skulls, or maybe something in relation to the roadmap, or, well, I was about to say Shadows of Change for some reason, but yeah, 6.0. Araby also looks fantastic, which is incredible because obviously there's been some touches to Araby already and so on, but now it feels like it's fully done. Going through the world as a whole is just going to showcase how much has been added to this map. I don't even know how big this is. Yeah, it doesn't say how many settlements there are, but what we do know is obviously the Darklands have been added in, Hakara has been added in, more of Araby has been added in, the Chaos Wastes, and obviously the 4 realms. Some extra locations have been added, so around Wissenland, Solent, and the Spring Forts. Also, a bunch of characters have been added, like, for example, Temukan, Elspeth, Malachi, and Epidemia, so you can play around. Pretty much, I think, a grand majority of the characters now available in Warhammer 3 are also playable here too. You'll have to use a mod for those that aren't, like, for example, if you play as Cafe, you've only got Yuan Bo, but you can use a mod to replace Yuan Bo with Zhao Ming or Miao Yin if you so wish. The world feels absolutely enormous. This isn't even proper true scale, keep that in mind, because if it was, it would be even bigger. This is definitely the map that I always kind of envisioned. I wonder if this was like the hard limit that Robbie could get to. I should honestly ask him sometime. Well, the problem is I'm going on holiday now and I'm going to have very limited access to the internet. But it would be kind of cool to see what the actual hard limit is, because, well, not for a playable map. I'm just kind of curious to know what limitations the Warscape engine actually has. But with all that being said, if you want to try this out, you can find a link in the description below. Give it a try, because this is super, super impressive, and to be honest, I mean, who doesn't want to play around with this? Have a great day, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Keep in mind that I'm going to be quite slow with responses for the next few days because I am traveling. I am having a little break. I'm also going for a few business meetings whilst I'm in the UK with relation to some plans for the future of the channel, which I'm super excited about. Hopefully, I'll be able to share some information with you guys soon. And don't you worry, it's still with stuff relating to this channel. It's not me going left field and somehow becoming, I don't know, a LOL streamer or something, right? So, yeah, have a good day, guys. I'll see you all again very, very soon.